Welcome to this tutorial showing you how to create a finance plan in Excel. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up my heading. I'm simply call it finance plan, and I want to make that heading merge across 7 cells at the top. So I'm going to come to alignment, I'm going to merge and center that. I can then go ahead and create all of my headings across here. So simply just click in the cell and start typing. And to save time, I'm just going to copy and paste the other ones here, and I'm going to paste them across. Oops, I didn't want to paste the link. Sorry, I just wanted to paste the numbers. Now you can see that my headings have actually gone beyond the cell width. So to increase that, you can just double click between the cells and it will automatically increase its size to the width of the words you've got within it. I've done that all the way along. You can then bold your words as you wish, create colour. I might just put colour in the top one. Excellent. Now you can see I've created borders around my finance plan, which helps to define it. So I'm just going to select the amount of cells that I'll use, font, borders, all borders. Excellent. And we'll put a total one at the bottom. And we'll put borders around that. Fold that one. And make this a different colour, darker colour to define it. Excellent. Now we can start inputting our values. So you can start with the descriptions of each piece of your project you'll use. You can just list them down there. Got all the pieces of your project, all different materials that we might use, some PVA glue, you can put your varnish, things like that. Then we want to think about the quantity. So for example, I have one top piece. The length of that piece is 230 millimeters and thickness. Then we get to things of cost per meters and our actual cost. Now your cost per meter you can look up for that particular type of timber. So we're using maple and we've determined that it's $10 per metre. I can put in there the value of 10. Now to give it some dollar signs representation, you can come under number and you can put that format on there. And then our actual cost. Now to work out our actual cost, Excel will help us with the maths, but our actual cost is the length we used times by the cost per metre. So we need to first convert our length into metres. So what we will do in our equation, we're going to start with a formula. To write formulas, we always start with an equal sign. I'm going to use a sum formula, so it does some mathematics for me. I'm going to open the brackets and use a double brackets. In the first brackets, I'm going to input the value of the length, and I'm going to divide it by 1,000. That will just convert that into millimeters. Then I'm going to times that number by whatever I put in the cost per meter. And that will do the maths for me and say I actually used $2.30 worth of that material. Now you can apply that formula to each of your elements just by simply clicking on this corner and dragging. So I won't work out my PVA glue or varnish with the cost per metre situation, so I've only applied it to the top two. PVA glue, I might say that I'm actually using 30 ml of that. I've worked out that a bottle is $10 for however many mils, and you'll work out here the cost of that. So I'm going to create all of, if you want to set up the formatting of the dollar sign, you can just select the boxes, and then if I come in here and say I used 30, maybe 30 cents. Oops, that's 3 cents. 30 cents. Every time I put a value in here, it'll add up. If you want placeholders, you can put zeros in there for now, so it shows up if you've got dollars. Now my total, I want it to add everything in these columns together. So my formula I'll use is equal sign sum, open up my brackets. I'm going to get it to add all of those things. So I've just clicked and dragged, close my brackets and enter. You can see it's already added up $2.30 and my 30 cents. Now on the PVA glue, you know, it doesn't have any length, it doesn't have width and thickness because they only apply to pieces of timber, so I've just put NA in each of those. We can represent it like that. Now something else, if you'd like to show some Excel skills, a great way is to use a graph to show the breakdown of your expenses. So to do that, I'm going to select my description column. I'm going to hold Control, and I'm going to select my actual cost column. I'm going to come up, Insert, Pie Chart, and you can choose the type of pie chart that you'll use. 3D, I like the donut one, that's just a personal preference. And you can see that it has allocated each one of my descriptions down here a different color. So as I put, say I need to do some, like my base piece, for example, that will automatically update my graph and it's given a new color. If I put in here that my base or the varnish cost me, let's say $2, you can see it's updated that and provided the varnish in green and its percentage of my actual cost. And there you go. That's how to create an Excel finance plan and a graph to go alongside.